Hello, friends. Welcome to our episode 6 of Help Me, Rhonda. This question today came from Jacqueline, and it's an awesome question. I mean, they're all awesome questions, but I love this one. It kind of hits a very hot button, passion button of mine. First of all, if this is the first one that you're watching, obviously there are more episodes. You can go back and know that we're going to have lots more going forward. My name is Rhonda Wade, and I am the owner and have been running the Creating Success with Rhonda Wade program for over 16 years, where I am running my own business and have for 24 years my own Stampin Up crafting business. But 16 years ago, I followed a calling on my heart and a lot of asking and begging from friends and fellow demonstrators to help them build their businesses outside of my team. I, of course, support and train my team and have forever, ever since I've been a demonstrator. So that's where the business started from, and ever since then, there has been hundreds and thousands of demonstrators that we pour into. I say we because there's a whole Creating Success team now that helps teach and train and support and motivate demonstrators who want to take their business to the next level or just help them run their business in general. So today's question came from Jacqueline. She said, I have a team of 6 lovely, enthusiastic ladies. I love how you describe your team. That is so great, but they are all hobby demos and don't want to take the next step. That is fine, of course, but building my business, it would be nice to have a teamie who would go further. How do I encourage and motivate my hobby team to start their passion without putting pressure on them? Great question, Jacqueline, and let me tell you something. Again, you are not alone. There are so many demonstrators that have this same challenge in front of them. I'll say it's a challenge because it is one that you can meet head on. I always say if I had a nickel for every time I said this sentence, that I would have a whole huge jar full of nickels. And it is, if you treat your team, if you have a team of all hobbyists and you treat them like all hobbyists, then you will only ever have a team of all hobbyists. So everybody, most everybody starts this business as a hobbyist. It's what we are attracted to. Our brains are creative, crafty brains. Occasionally, there will be somebody who's like, I want to start a business. And I will tell you, sometimes they struggle more than a hobbyist who takes their business to that next step because they're coming in with these huge expectations and it's a challenge. So being a hobbyist and having fun and building your business at the same time is such an incredible blessing. But let's jump into your question and how can you really help combat this? Okay, like I said, number one, you're not alone. Most teams are developed of about 80 to probably 90% hobbyists. So let's say my team, we have 600 people on there. That means like 90%, so only about 60 of my 600 even have the desire to build a jobby. I always call it a jobby, or a business at all. And the other ones are all there to purchase product at a discount, share, be a part of a community. But let me tell you, every single person is important in this formula that we have. Those hobbyists are the ones that help support the other people. So we have to develop all of these business types all within our team. So we do have to feed and foster and provide support and provide tools for everybody to be able to foster. Have you ever heard the saying, fake it till you make it, which I do not believe in, by the way, but it is, in this case, in some way, it is true. That means I personally, as a leader, will be treating my team like a team. Even if they're all hobbyists, that doesn't matter. Let me tell you, I can tell you this firsthand. I have a bunch of hobbyists that are silvers, that even run fun events. They spend more, buy more, share more than some of my business-minded demonstrators. So number one, do not prejudge. A hobbyist can be just as successful in some cases as a business-minded demonstrator. So that to me, coming in and labeling people from the beginning, I absolutely do not do. Oh my goodness, I have one hobbyist. She sells or buys at least $1,000 a month, but she's just having fun with it, and she runs card ministries, and she does fun events with her her women's groups and her friends. She doesn't have any desire to build a business, but man, she doesn't realize it, but she kind of is. And she is regularly in the top of my team in sales. So for you, you have to have your mindset that you're not going to prejudge anybody no matter how they have labeled themselves. Let me ask you a question. Do you do team meetings? Not team gatherings, not like open houses where we all get together and share. I mean like team meetings. We have an agenda, we have demonstrations, I have a business topic that I cover, we do make and takes that are a class, and then I teach them how to use that class. Again, they're predominantly all hobbyists. 90% of them in that room, 90% of who is listening to me, just like listening to you, are hobbyists. But I still teach, I still train, I still motivate, because there might be one person that's listening that you never know when something can click. So many of my own teammates or fellow demonstrators are popping in my head that they will start off as self-proclaimed hobbyists, and now some of them are earning incentive trips. I put my do not disturb on. They are so successful, building businesses, own studios. So you never know when that the switch is going to flip. People are just change their minds. A lot of us are women, and we have the ability to be able to do that very quickly. So you need to treat your team how you want your team to perform. So if I want my team to perform, then that means I'm doing monthly meetings, I'm doing business trainings, I'm pulling in guest speakers. I have guest speakers all the time, at least once or twice a month, because somebody else is probably going to motivate my team or people in my team more than me. Just seeing a fellow sideline do their first class and how fun it was, and if they sold anything, if they made any money, if they just made connections and relationships, they're going to see themselves in them more than they're going to see themselves in me. They don't want to work as hard as I do. So I'm always bringing in guest speakers, and they're a hobbyist who held an event. They are people who do retreats for 8, not retreats for 80 or 120. So it's important to have them see other people. Another thing you can do is make sure you are attending all Stampin' Up events. Again, you never know when something is going to click that is going to help these people to change their minds, or to, again, start to take it to that next level. They're going to see themselves probably in somebody else. You said something in here that I thought was, that I think is important. You said, how do I encourage and motivate my hobby team to share their passion with others without putting pressure on them? I don't think pressure doesn't work. It is seeing that behavior and what that behavior can do. So we have to put that behavior in front of them. And that is with you running monthly team meetings, again, with a structure, with make and takes, with a sample class. I charge for my team meetings too, so that they know that this is an investment in their hobby, but also in their current business or their future business. We are showing them constantly how they can use their hobby to produce income, to produce sales, to share it with others, to use their hobby, their creativity to impact the world. We're always showing this. The second one of the biggest things, I think I'm on number 3, is challenges. It is dangling the carrot. People ask me a lot of times, what's your secret, Rhonda, to growing your business? And I will tell you, within my team, I have over 118 silvers or above within my team. We are all about building, again, and most of them are hobbyists, but they want to share. They want to take it to the next step, even if their next step is just sharing it with one person or holding one small event a month. But how that really happens, the magic. I always say I'm the master of dangling the carrot. So it's all about challenges. Every month, every week, every month, every quarter. We always have incentives and challenges. And it might be for them to hold a class, right? If you hold a class, you're going to get your name into a drawing. We're going to have a giveaway. Weekly challenges will be to mail out 10 cards to people and invite them to a class, or to follow up with, we have weekly challenges every week that just help them kind of just small bite-sized steps to taking some action in their business. Every month we have monthly challenges, and the monthly challenges always kind of coincide with whatever our make and takes are, or whatever like our topic is. We might train on paper pumpkin. We might train on running the new kits. We do a lot of things with the new kits. It might be fundraisers and running card ministries, and we train on all kinds of things, ways to use our creativity to impact the world and also build a business too. And then we have quarterly challenges, and quarterly challenges may be to have a new recruit, to promote to the next level, to to have a certain amount of sales in those 3 months. And then we do some bigger incentives and challenges. Prizes are usually, drawings, because I have a budget just like everybody else, and I say every leader should have a budget for prizes, for reinvesting back into their team. So if I'm going to if I invest in a mini catalog or online exclusives, a big chunk of what I'm investing in is being able to run my incentives for my team by giving away prizes to them for them achieving. We'll play, I'll do like auctions where they earn dollars and we auction off prizes. I do a lot of secret envelope challenges. So if they promote, they earn like an envelope that will have, prizes inside. So it's fun. That's not putting on pressure. People get to play if they want to play, and if they don't want to play, they don't have to play. Every month we have a royalty pot drawing where their name goes into a drawing if they have over $400 in sales. So everybody, even hobbyists, can participate in most of my incentives. Now, obviously, I also reward the top 10. I reward those who promote. Like, I reward those upper ones, and they get the bulk of the rewards and the recognition. I do leadership events, but every month, every week, every quarter, I'm offering something that everybody can maybe push themselves a little bit to be able to earn their spot to come, or to earn a spot into a drawing. I have a grand sales award. So everybody who sells over $1,000 in a month, regardless of the levels that they're in, we send them a prize with a card. But challenges are fun. I think teams that play together, bond together, and stay together, it's kind of that fun, natural, healthy competition. So, and you might say, well, I'm not a competitive person. Okay, but God, I'm telling you, so many people are just naturally competitive, where they want to be a part of it. They want to be a part of that incentive. They want to be involved. Even if they say they don't want to, that's how they feel is probably a little bit different. So incentives and challenges are huge to help encourage people to take that next step. Okay, so there's just a couple tips that I can give today. Obviously, there's a lot more that goes into it, a lot more that you would do at a team meeting. But the biggest thing I can tell you to always remember is if you are treating your team like they're all hobbyists because they tell you are, then that's all you're ever going to get. If you had a child that someone said, oh, they have a learning disability, right? And you treat them like they have a learning disability, then that's how they're always going to feel and how they're always going to behave. But if you show them and teach them and nurture them and bring other people in to inspire them and teach them and nurture them, and then eventually they will stop just behaving like you've labeled them, and they will start to see themselves. My hobbies, so many of them are silvers, they're bronze elites, they're above, because I treat them that way. I don't put some label on them. And I treat everybody has equal opportunities to participate in all of our monthly team meetings, all of our challenges, all of our events, and we attend Stampin Up events as well. The last thing to take from all that is to get other people to help influence your team. You can only do so much. You're kind of in this, keep them in this box a little bit, and not that you want to, but you do, because that you are all they know. So they have to see kind of, oh, wait a minute, Here's somebody who doesn't do this as a job either or as a business, and they are really taking off with their hobby, impacting the world. Again, doing just fun fundraisers, card ministries, going to craft fairs. Like, there's lots of things that hobbyists can do to use their hobby. A hobbyist still wants to use their cards. They just don't want to make money doing it. They're just not, they actually might want to make money to pay for their hobby. They're not looking to earn a trip or run a career. To be honest with you, I love working with my hobbyists that are like that, because they don't have the pressure or the stress. They don't have this pressure they're putting on their shoulders, and they actually can do really great things and enjoy it while they're doing it. So hopefully, Jacqueline, that gave you some inspiration, some actual steps that you can take too. And last but not least, keep growing. Keep looking. You only have 6 lovely ladies. I say only, that's awesome. But I'm going to tell you, my very first leader that I ever got, within my business, was my 14th recruit. And so that's something that I learned. If I had just said, oh, well, no one wants to build a business, but I kept looking and kept looking and kept looking. And she was one of my best friends. So you never know when you're going to find your next leader. You never know when you're going to find your next person who wants to work with you. I do love having somebody by my side that wants to build their business too. And so I will keep looking, keep asking, keep inviting. Come, let's build this together. It's going to be so much fun. So, and we can work together, share together, and pretty soon they'll be earning all your challenges, earning all your incentives, ranked #1 in your team, and they're going to want to keep on performing and building that excitement within your team. All right, good luck, Jacqueline, and all of you out there who are in that same situation. If you guys have any questions, below in this description is a link for you to be able to ask any questions, and I'll cover it in one of our upcoming Help Me Rhonda episodes. Thanks again for being here. Bye-bye.